Greetings, and welcome to the inauguration of the 20th Chancellor of UW River Falls, Dr. Maria Gallo. I'd like to begin by acknowledging where we are. I'm going to read the university's tribal lands acknowledgement. The University of Wisconsin-River Falls sits on the shared ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe and the Dakota nations and tribal communities. Acknowledging our university's historical contributions to the disenfranchisement of Indigenous communities, we declare a standing commitment towards campus-wide education, increased awareness of current Indigenous issues, and the development of sustainable partnerships with Indigenous nations of the area. If you would you please stand for the presentation of colors by the University of Wisconsin-River Falls ROTC students. Please be seated. Our student soloist, Robin Pfeiffer, will join the UW River Falls Symphony Band in the back of the room to lead us in singing America the Beautiful. Let me tell you about Robin. She's a graduating senior from Hammond, Wisconsin, majoring in music education. Robin has been a very engaged student, and this fall will be recognized for her leadership, musical excellence, and service with the Wisconsin Music Educators Association Richard G. Gardner Award. Robin, take it away. And everyone, feel free to sing along if you know the words. Oh, thank you, Robin. Nice work. Thank you so much to the UWRF Symphony Band and the UW River Falls Music Department for their beautiful contributions to today's ceremony. I want to welcome you all to this celebration, including representatives from the University of Wisconsin Board of Regents, the University of Wisconsin System, chancellors and representatives from other universities, state and local officials, friends and family of Dr. Gallo. I'd like to extend a special welcome to those who make this university so remarkable. I'm talking about the faculty and the staff. Thank you for being here, as well as the emeriti and my fellow alumni, and of course, the students who are with us today. I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Kathy Werzer. For the retired faculty in attendance today, thinking that I look a little familiar, I was a student here in the early 1980s and graduated in 1992. Life intervened between those dates. When asked where I received my degree, though, I'm always proud to say the University of Wisconsin River Falls. I was well equipped for a career in broadcasting thanks to my fabulous professors and the invaluable experience gained at the campus radio station WRFW. So I will use my skills as a broadcast journalist today and promise to keep things moving along. Before we begin, my heartfelt congratulations to Chancellor Gallo on her inauguration. I agree with former Wisconsin governor and former UW system president Tommy Thompson that Chancellor Gallo will take this institution to new heights. She's the perfect fit for the position, and I look forward to working with her on behalf of the students, current and future students. Well, friends, this is indeed a special day in the history of any university, the inauguration of a new leader. Today, we are here to celebrate the inauguration of Dr. Maria Gallo as the 20th Chancellor in the 148 history of this wonderful institution. Since 1874, UW River Falls has been committed to turning student learners into leaders, to serving the growth and development of this community and to working with external partners to create positive change locally, regionally, and globally. Here with me on stage are some important individuals who are helping UWRF to do just that. I'd like you to meet them right now. Dr. Hossein Eftekhari, of course you all know him. He is our faculty marshal, the longest serving faculty member with 37 years of service in the UW system. I think that deserves a round of applause. Randy Romansky's with us, Secretary of the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade and Consumer Protection, and fellow UWRF alum, here today also on behalf of Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers. Paul Dykstra is with us, the current UW River Falls Distinguished Alum and a graduate of the class of 1983. You're going to hear from Ava Baden. She's the Vice President of the UWRF Student Government Association. Karen Walsh is here too, President of the University of Wisconsin System Board of Regents. Dr. David Travis, UW River Falls Provost, is with us today as well. And, of course, Dr. Maria Gallo, UW River Falls Chancellor. Thank you all for being with us today. Also with us on stage are some of the former UW chancellors who are here in attendance to bear witness to this passing on of their legacy. Gary Thibodeau is here, chancellor from 1985 to the year 2000. Thank you, Chancellor Thibodeau, for being here. Virgil Nylander, interim chancellor from 2004 to 2005. And Dean Van Galen, chancellor from 2009 to 2020. We'd like to acknowledge members of the UW System Board of Regents with us today and other UW System chancellors who are here with us to celebrate this big day. UW Regents and UW chancellors, would you please stand so we can thank you for your commitment to the University of Wisconsin System. We're also very pleased to have representatives from campus's employee shared governance groups here to honor Chancellor Gallo. Dr. Alex Tupon, the chair of the Faculty Senate, is here. Jody Sather, the chair of the University Staff Senate. Sarah Smits, secretary of the Academic Staff Council. Would you all please stand so we can clap for you? There we go. Thank you so much for your work. There are also members of the Alumni Advisory Board with us and UW River Falls Foundation Board of Directors here today. So if you are a member of one of those groups, please stand, be recognized for your ongoing stewardship and support of your alma mater. Thank you so much, by the way, for the UW Foundation, which provided funding for today's events. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge the civic and community leaders and elected officials who are with us today. We really appreciate you being here. As I say your name, would you please stand and stay standing so we could recognize you? Scott Simpson, Administrator of the City of River Falls. There's Scott. Joining Scott Simpson is Scott Morissette, River Falls City Council President. Russ Corpola is here too, President of the River Falls Chamber of Commerce. Representing U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin is Greg Weavrunek. Is Greg here? There you are. Is Wisconsin State Representative Shannon Zimmerman here? We appreciate Representative Zimmerman. Wisconsin State Representative Warren Petrick, thank you for being here. Thank you. We appreciate you being here. I would like to begin welcoming to the podium those who will be delivering congratulatory remarks. First, the Secretary of the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection, Randy Romanski. Secretary Romanski was appointed to his role by Governor Tony Evers in June of 2020 and had served as Deputy Secretary at DATCAP since January of 2019. He has a long history of serving the state of Wisconsin on topics such as farmland preservation, farm to school, and renewable energy. He earned his bachelor's degree in political science from the University of Wisconsin-River Falls and his master's degree in public policy and administration from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Secretary Romanski, please, if you would.
Good afternoon. On behalf of Governor Tony Evers, thank you for inviting me to this momentous occasion for UW River Falls, the UW system, and Chancellor Maria Gallo. As a proud UW River Falls alum, I'm especially proud of the establishment and Maria Gallo's selection as the 20th Chancellor. Chancellor Gallo's career has taken her to all corners of the United States, abroad, and it's landed her here at the University of Wisconsin-River Falls. Her vision and drive, commitment to engaging with people, and focus on developing new opportunities to grow the institution are all noticeable. In the past year or so, I've been able to meet, often virtually, with Chancellor Gallo on a regular basis. How the Chancellor has conducted her steadfast work since assuming this role in July of 2021 is a great indicator of the places she will lead all of us in this role. Her focus on social mobility is already off and running at UWRF with new scholarship and resource programs. Her determination to move important campus building projects forward is evident as we see positive progress in the dairy plant modernization and great vision for the SciTech building. As Secretary of the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection, I've been fortunate to call Chancellor Gallo a partner on projects that will have long-term positive benefit for Wisconsin and for Wisconsin agriculture. Whether it's connection to the Dairy Innovation Hub, the new high school curriculum to prepare students for careers in the meat processing industry, or another exciting new program for the livestock and meat processing industry that will be announced on campus yet this afternoon, DACAP and UW River Falls continue to connect the dots on meaningful opportunities. I am eager to continue working with the team at UW River Falls and know that with Chancellor Gallo at the helm, we will do so with a shared approach of collaboration, equity, and thoughtful solutions. Chancellor Gallo, congratulations.
Thank you, Secretary Romansky. I am so pleased to introduce Paul Dykstra, officially speaking on behalf of all UWRF alumni. Paul is a third-generation Falcon and a second-generation UW River Falls distinguished alum. He graduated in 1983 from UWRF with a degree in accounting and went on to become a successful business person as chairman and CEO of Viad Corporation. Let me tell you, Paul Dykstra was a heck of a hockey player. He was a member of the 1983 national champion Falcon hockey team, which has been inducted into the UWRF Athletic Hall of Fame. He'll soon complete his service as a longtime member on the UW River Falls Foundation Board of Directors. Mr. Dykstra, please take the podium.
Thanks very much, Kathy, and good afternoon. On behalf of UWRF's 51,000 alumni, I'm honored to offer a heartfelt welcome and sincere congratulations to Dr. Maria Gallo, the 20th Chancellor in this great university's nearly 150-year history. Today's ceremonies mark Chancellor Gallo's official installation, but I can tell you from personal experience, she has already made her mark since her River Falls arrival in July of 2021. During her first months on the job, her listening and learning sessions conducted with students, faculty, alumni, donors, and friends provided Chancellor Gallo with valuable insights into what makes UWRF so special. Those discussions yielded key elements of a new strategic plan for the university and provided a strong foundation for additional research that has resulted in a revitalized UWRF brand and refined message to better tell, in compelling ways, this university's unique and powerful story. The key message is this, and that is, at UWRF, you know you're limitless. Limitless. That's the way Maria Gallo looks at UWRF's future. My wife Karen and I had the pleasure of meeting Chancellor Gallo within the first weeks of her leadership tenure. From that initial discussion and through several other meaningful conversations, we have been impressed by the Chancellor's enthusiastic commitment to this university, her willingness to listen and engage with all constituencies, her forward thinking, her sense of humor, and her steadfast and vocal, very vocal, support for all things UWRF, including Falcon athletics. Just 2 weeks ago, Karen and I joined with other alumni who were guests of Chancellor Gallo in her suite at the Falcon Oshkosh football game. I believe that at one time there was an unwritten rule about no cheering in the suite, but thankfully that is no longer the case. There was absolutely no question who the Falcons' #1 fan was when River Falls sealed the win with a late interception. The Chancellor's suite exploded, and above the din, you could hear Chancellor Gallo's voice ringing out, "Go Falcons!" As an attendee to UWRF Foundation Board of Directors meetings, Chancellor Gallo has also shown her appreciation for those who give their time, talent, and resources to the university, not only to the foundation, but throughout the institution. She welcomes the opportunity to interact with alumni, seeking out their advice and welcoming new ideas and perspectives, while at the same time repeating and embracing UWRF's mission to prepare students to be productive, creative, ethical, engaged citizens and leaders with an informed global perspective, and impress upon those students that here at UWRF, their future is limitless. Michael Phelps, the remarkable Olympic swimmer who won an incredible 23 gold medals, once said, "There will be obstacles, there will be doubters, there will be mistakes, but with hard work, there are no limits." Chancellor Gallo, as you move the Falcons forward and encounter obstacles, doubters, and mistakes along the way, please know this: UWRF's 51,000 alumni will be with you every step of the way, working together with you and supporting you. After all, we're all Falcons, and as Falcons, we know we're limitless. May your tenure as our Chancellor be limitless too. On behalf of UWRF alumni, congratulations, best wishes, and welcome to the Falcons family. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Paul. Next, Ava Baden is with us. She's the Vice President of the Student Government Association. Ava is a senior from St. Francis, Minnesota, and is majoring in food science and technology with an emphasis on operations management. Ava will be delivering congratulatory remarks on behalf of the UWRF student body. Ava?
Good afternoon. I would like to begin by expressing my gratitude for the opportunity to speak on behalf of the students here at the University of Wisconsin-River Falls on this 20th day of October for the inauguration of our 20th Chancellor, Dr. Maria Gallo. I would also like to thank Chancellor Gallo for her service to the university since her time here began and for what she will continue to do to further advance the university in the future. Since the beginning of her time with us, Chancellor Gallo has made an incredible effort to connect with our campus community and everyone within it. Throughout my time serving on the Student Government Association here at UWRF, I've gotten the opportunity to interact with Chancellor Gallo on numerous occasions, and in those interactions, her passion for student success shines through. A quintessential example of her commitment not only to connections on campus, but also to bettering the university was her listening and learning tour, which was conducted in her early months of her time as Chancellor. On this tour, Chancellor Gallo had 2 sessions with students, as well as other sessions with campus and community entities to gain perspective on both the excellent aspects of UW River Falls, but also the areas for opportunity and growth. From her listening and learning tour, there were 7 key themes that were identified. The 2 that stand out the most from a student perspective are focusing on student success and fostering a diverse, welcoming, and cohesive campus community. The identification of these themes, along with her conducting the listening and learning tour, has shown us as students that Chancellor Gallo is student-centered. Additionally, Chancellor Gallo's commitment to the students and to the university was evident in her recreation of the Dean of Students position. The University of Wisconsin-River Falls had not had a Dean of Students for 17 years, and Chancellor Gallo reintroduced this position on campus, and it is now filled. This position is impactful for the students at the university, as the Dean of Students provides support to students and oversees the student experience as a whole, presiding over various campus entities related to the student experience and student success. Chancellor Gallo has shown us time and time again that students are at the center of her role as Chancellor here at UWRF. To Chancellor Gallo, congratulations on your inauguration as the 20th Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-River Falls, and thank you for your commitment to our university.
Thank you, Ava. Well, now speaking on behalf of all UWRF employees, I'd like to welcome the Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, David Travis. Provost Travis has been in his role since 2018, and prior to that served as Dean and faculty member at UW Whitewater. Provost Travis.
Good afternoon. I am pleased to offer a warm welcome to all of our UW River Falls employees and students present, as well as distinguished guests from around the state and those with current and previous connections to this university. Thank you for being here to celebrate this special occasion. It is my honor and my pleasure to be able to congratulate Chancellor Gallo on behalf of all UWRF employees. In her short time here, Chancellor Gallo has already had a measurable impact on this campus. This includes a revision of our vision and core values, completion of a new strategic plan, and a fresh look at our priorities through her campus-wide listening and learning campaign. This has led to recognition of new priorities, such as an enhanced focus on sustainability, and reinforcement of previous ones, such as experiential learning for all students and a renewed commitment to support the needs of all campus employees, including recent investments into our custodians and other university staff. I and others have also appreciated how she understands the work of faculty and instructional academic staff, being herself back in the classroom this semester teaching an honors seminar. Having had the opportunity to work closely with Chancellor Gallo, I very much appreciate her willingness to take risks and invest in new strategies to improve enrollment and the overall standing of this university. A consistent mantra of Chancellor Gallo's is that we can no longer be satisfied with being known as the hidden gem, but instead we need to speak proudly about this great university that we are. She has demonstrated significant commitment to bolstering student success at UWRF, helping to provide the staffing and structural resources that ensure every student on this campus will not only persist, but will thrive. Chancellor Gallo has also instilled a trust and confidence in her leadership team and others on campus to do their jobs and solve problems on their own. This has allowed members of campus administration to work in tandem with shared governance to move the institution forward. This level of trust creates a more stable environment campus-wide. Chancellor Gallo has continued to raise the profile of UW River Falls through her own activities, including being named as the current chair of the American Council on Education, ACE, Women's Network Executive Council, as well as most recently winning the National Association of Student Personnel Administrators, NASPA's Region 4E President of the Year Award. We are very proud of her being recognized at the national level for her leadership capabilities. Finally, there is little doubt that Chancellor Gallo has fully embraced the Falcon spirit. Not only is she a regular presence at most campus-level events, her energy and her positive spirit are noticeable and appreciated by employees, students, and community members alike. Chancellor Gallo, on behalf of all campus employees, please accept my sincere congratulations on becoming the 20th Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-River Falls.
Thank you, Provost Travis. Now on to the UW System President, Jay Rothman. President Rothman became the 9th president of the University of Wisconsin System on June the 1st. Prior to that, President Rothman had served as chairman and CEO of the law firm Foley and Lardner. He has several proud family connections to the UW System, including a brother who attended UW River Falls. President Rothman was not able to be with us today in person, but he did send a video message, which we're pleased to share with you right now.
On behalf of the entire UW system, it is my pleasure to extend our congratulations to Dr. Maria Gallo in her inauguration as the 20th Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin at River Falls. I had the opportunity this summer to spend some time with Maria and really had a chance to visit the campus and see the mission, see the commitment to students, and I saw her passion in delivering on that experience for students that will change the trajectory of their lives. It was really an inspiring visit, both speaking with Maria, with the faculty, with shared governance, as well as with students. You know, when Maria arrived at River Falls, it was at a difficult time. She came in the midst of a pandemic, but she was absolutely the right leader at that time. She is steady, she is calm, she is thoughtful, and yet she is decisive in her decision making. It is exactly what River Falls needed. You know, River Falls is a great campus. It has the best of both worlds. It is that small campus feel where people get to know each other, they get to know the community, and yet it is in close proximity to the Twin Cities. And I know that not just from visiting this summer, but I have experiential knowledge with River Falls. Both my brother and my best friend growing up are graduates of UWRF. You know, Maria is the right leader for River Falls at this time. She has a commitment to the Wisconsin idea, that view that the university extends far beyond the perimeters of the campus. She has a vision for River Falls, that it continues to grow, that it continues to prosper, and that it continues to serve the students and the state of Wisconsin. There is great promise, there is great opportunity that lies ahead, and I'm excited to be working with Maria as we work to achieve those very noble goals. Congratulations, Dr. Gallo, on your inauguration as being the next Chancellor of UW River Falls.
Well, now I'd like to introduce Regent President Karen Walsh. Regent President Walsh is the director of the Burby Walsh Foundation, which is a family foundation dedicated to human and animal health and welfare. She has also worked as a newscaster and a reporter for various news outlets, including Wisconsin Public Radio, and has served in a variety of public information and communications positions at UW-Madison. She's been serving as Board of Regents president since June, and today she'll deliver congratulatory remarks on behalf of the UW System Board of Regents. And then, at the conclusion of her remarks, Regent President Walsh will lead the formal installation of Chancellor Gallo, conferring the UWRF Chancellor's Medallion, and unveiling the official Chancellor's portrait, which I believe is downstairs already. Regent President Karen Walsh, please take the podium.
Well, greetings from my colleagues on the UW System Board of Regents. I'm so honored to be here today for the investiture of your Chancellor, Maria Gallo. You know, this campus has such a crucial role to play in the UW system. You're in a part of the state where there's a huge demand for graduates. Business and industry can't get enough of them, and you folks are key to helping us meet those goals. Our economic development, our proximity to Minneapolis, to the Twin Cities, makes it a perfect place to get an education and to do impactful research. So as regents, probably one of the most important tasks we have is the selection of a chancellor at this or any university. It's so important to it's something that filters down to all of you who work on this campus and study on this campus, and we take it very seriously. So in that vein, I'd like to read a short statement by the regent who chaired the search committee for River Falls about Dr. Gallo. That's Scott Bechtel, and here is what he says. Every time I interacted with Dr. Gallo, I liked her more, and I was increasingly impressed. That feeling has continued as the regents and the UW system leadership began to work with the new chancellor in Maria Gallo. She's a remarkable talent. Her relentless energy and passion, her thoughtful leadership, and she is a valued-centered person. We are very fortunate to have Dr. Gallo as our leader at UW River Falls. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Regent Bechtel. From a brand refresh to 100 days of listening to new investment in student success, Chancellor Gallo has established a collaborative, innovative leadership style that makes the most of shared governance and people's passion for this institution. I can't imagine a better combination. It is now my great pleasure to invite the 20th Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-River Falls, Dr. Maria Gallo, to join me at the podium. Okay. Just a little interpretive dance before we have the medal presentation. You didn't know that was part of your requirements as Chancellor, did you? Chancellor Gallo, it is my great privilege as President of the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin System to bestow upon you the Chancellor's Medallion, a symbol of the office which you hold and of the university position granted to you, the history of the institution which you now lead. It bears the names of the presidents and the chancellors of this institution, signifying that your contributions build upon their contributions and their work and will lay the foundation for the institution's future. And I'd like to invite Chancellor Gallo to the microphone for her remarks.
Collaboration, even in getting me up to the podium. Thank you. Well, thank you, Regent President Walsh. Regents, chancellors, delegates, elected and appointed state officials, distinguished guests, students, faculty, staff, alumni, friends, and family, I am deeply grateful for your presence in spirit or in person on this special day for the University of Wisconsin-River Falls and for me personally. It is an honor to be inaugurated as the 20th Chancellor of this great university and to be given the privilege to serve this campus, the people of this region, and the state of Wisconsin. I'm so thankful to everyone who has welcomed me, my partner of 17 years, Beth, and our golden retriever, Ruby, to campus and the River Falls community since we arrived in July of 2021. Beth has been my biggest cheerleader and supporter as we have traversed thousands of miles for my career advancement from Florida to Hawaii, Pennsylvania to Wisconsin. Beth, would you please stand? Thank you. Ruby, by the way, wanted to be here. But I knew she would steal the show, as she always does when she's on campus. If you've met her, you know exactly what I mean. Right, Pat? Yeah. She is a golden through and through. Although July 15th of last year was a new beginning for UW River Falls, today marks the formal start of this new chapter. Yesterday's day of engagement, along with today's ceremony and celebration, are opportunities to reflect on our nearly 150 years as an institution of higher education, to highlight the present and envision the bright future that we will build together. To my predecessors who are here today, Dean, Virgil, and Gary, thank you for your stewardship as chancellors of UW River Falls and the foundation you built that I will add on to with the help of the entire university community and our external partners who value UW River Falls and want to see us thrive. We began building on that foundation during my first 6 months as chancellor when, as you heard, I conducted a listening and learning tour that included campus and community stakeholders. The Falcon family has been robust in their support and in their sharing of ways for the university to grow and improve. The tour culminated in a report with several major themes and recommendations that we have been diligently working on. A major early outcome was the creation of a renewed vision and set of core values developed by a facilitated task force and approved through our strong shared governance groups. You can find our vision and values on the back of today's program, along with our mission statement. I want to highlight that sustainability is in our vision and our core values. We are deeply committed to holistic sustainability on campus. I re-signed a commitment to sustainable practices last spring, along with several community partners. Furthermore, as part of inauguration events yesterday, our sustainability coordinator, Mark Klappich-Mathias, helped us unveil a bee hotel that provides nesting accommodations where a bee lives from the time it is laid as an egg until it is ready to emerge as a fully grown adult. These solitary bees are important pollinators. We need them to have a healthy ecosystem because they not only help us grow more food, they also pollinate our native plants. As I stand here today talking about bees and healthy ecosystems, I'm reminded of why I fell in love with education and of all those who mentored and supported me along my journey. My parents would often say to me, "Maria, you went to school and you never left." And that's so true, but it could have turned out differently. That's because I, like over 40% of UW River Falls students, am first generation. I also came from a low-income family. My father worked hard for the New York State Highway Department, and we rented a small one-bedroom apartment on the top floor of a 3-family house that was painted pistachio green with chocolate-colored trim. That's how I described it as a child, and frankly, I still do. Did you know that Chancellor Gibson of UW Stevens Point lived for a time in the town I was born and raised in? Coincidence or synchronicity? Only time will tell. But there is no doubt that he and I loved words and stories, as he pointed out at his installation a few weeks ago. His were set to music, and mine were bound between the covers of a book. I think I learned to read before I could even walk. The first book I remember being obsessed with was the beginner board book, Go Dog Go, by P.D. Eastman. Right? I hear some mm-hms. It's a fantastic book. On those pages were dogs of all colors, shapes, and sizes, having various adventures, all different in their looks and their likes. The best part for me was the ending, when they had a big party on the top of a tree. All those dogs having a blast doing what they enjoyed. I read that book every single day. And I would take tracing paper to make copies of those pages to pin to my cork bulletin board. My love for books only grew as I grew older. I remember that in grammar school, my parents allowed me to select 2 books each month to order from the school. one educational, and one for entertainment. I always selected a science or nature-themed book and a Peanuts comic. I love Charlie Brown and especially Snoopy. My love of science and nature grew stronger by the day. As a youth, I remember watching science and nature television shows with my dad. Nova, National Geographic, and Jacques Cousteau specials were my favorites. I dreamed of being a wildlife biologist, going out on safaris, and I told my parents of my plans. Well, my very practical father, Nicholas, who has since passed away, reminded me that snakes scare me. And I am allergic to mosquito bites. I do like my creature comforts. Perhaps, he said, I should focus on research that could be done mostly indoors. Smart guy. I took his advice, and the rest, as they say, is history. In fact, my 81st research article will be published in the coming weeks in BMC Plant Biology, entitled Developmentally Regulated Mitochondrial Biogenesis and Cell Death Competence in Maize Pollen. Or, translated into layman's words, it's something like this: How corn females kill male corn sex cells. Well, I know exactly what you're thinking right now. Plant molecular biology is far more exciting than you thought. Another wonderful piece of advice my father gave me was that I should pursue a career, not a job like he had. Something that I would love and be excited about getting up every day and doing. Then he would say, it wouldn't be work, it would be fun and rewarding. He helped me focus my dream. Always the planner with a vision of the future, at the ripe old age of 8, I began to research colleges. Yeah, it's a little odd, I know that. I pinned a list of universities that I wanted to attend on that bulletin board where my tracings of Go Dog Go had been. Most were universities I had read about in my science books. On that list was Cornell University, the school I would enter as an early decision, work-study, scholarship, and federal Pell Grant recipient 10 years later. I would not have been able to afford Cornell, or frankly, most colleges, without the dogged determination of my mom, Millie, to fill out all those complicated financial need forms and resulting financial assistance that I received. That fact was never lost on me. Who knows where I would be now with the help I received, or without the help I received? Probably not standing here. That is why I was motivated last year to establish an endowed STEM scholarship for first-generation students. I'm thrilled that this fall it was awarded to Alexia Gilstrom, a senior from Baldwin, majoring in, get this, a physics and engineering dual degree program. Wow. I'm so pleased that Alexia is here today with us as a VIP guest. I can't wait to see where Alexia's journey leads. Alexia, would you please stand? Thank you. If you have the intelligence and drive to get an education, why should a lack of funds keep you from earning a degree? It shouldn't. Like the UNCF iconic campaign slogan says, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. So of all the awards UW River Falls has received, including a Best Regional University and a Top Public University, I'm most proud of us being recognized as a top performer on social mobility year after year. To me, the best universities are not those that exclude the vast majority of those that apply, but those that provide hardworking students with opportunities to grow and reach heights they never thought possible. And that leads me to last winter break, when I read the book, The Extended Mind, The Power of Thinking Outside the Brain, by acclaimed science writer Annie Murphy Paul. I enjoyed it so much, I invited the author to be a major part of yesterday's Day of Engagement. The book describes ways we can enhance our intelligence, which we usually think of as an intrinsic individual quality, by using what she calls mental extensions, such as our feelings and movements of our bodies, by creating inviting natural and man-made physical spaces in which to think, and by interacting with others. At UW River Falls, we are working to create new educational programs and spaces that incorporate the kind of mental extensions Annie Murphy Paul describes. A shining example is UWRF's first ever doctoral program, which is in Montessori studies that began in 2022. It's one of the first such programs in the United States and quickly will become a model for Montessori education. Maria Montessori was an Italian physician, educator, and innovator. Using scientific observation and experience, she designed educational materials in a classroom environment that fostered children's natural desire to learn, filled with hands-on opportunities. She started the first school in San Lorenzo, Italy in 1907, and now there are more than 5,000 Montessori schools in the U.S. and more than 20,000 in 110 countries. From the built environment side, our dairy pilot plant is undergoing a multi-million-dollar renovation to house the latest technology and provide state-of-the-art hands-on teaching and training spaces for our students and our dairy industry partners. By spring, our amazing ice cream and cheese will be back and better than ever. I wanted Regent, yes, cheers. I was going to tease Regent Weatherly about that, but he's not here, so Regents, please bring that back to him and tell him it's coming. It's coming. Another impactful project is the Science and Technology Innovation Center, or SciTech, that you heard about, that will be home to many of our science laboratory classrooms designed with the latest pedagogy in mind. Additionally, SciTech will house our newly created University and Business Collaboration Center that will foster rich engagement with local and regional business partners in STEM fields and beyond, stimulating an innovation ecosystem within the St. Croix Valley. Did you know that UW River Falls produces the third highest percentage of STEM graduates in the UW system? When classes start in SciTech in January of 2026, at least 60% of our students will take a class there. For this science geek, it is extremely exciting that a majority of our students will have quality space to advance their learning. Although the Extended Mind described several intriguing approaches to enhance our thinking, the best part of the book for me was the last chapter. There, Annie Murphy Paul asks the question, could we apply such mental extensions to combat social and economic inequality? She wrote, if our ability to think intelligently is shaped so profoundly by the availability of extraneural resources, how then can we continue to justify their extraordinarily inequitable distribution? She goes on to say that acknowledging the reality of the extended mind might lead us to embrace the extended heart. At UW River Falls, we have that extended heart. I promise that UW River Falls will continue to foster educational access that provides opportunities for socioeconomic mobility for all students. I'm so happy that our efforts will be bolstered by the recent UW System's Wisconsin Tuition Promise program, and I thank President Rothman and the Regents for their commitment to close the opportunity gap. Along with access and support comes a commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, making sure all students feel welcome and at home here, and are given the guidance they need to shape their own lives to be productive, engaged citizens and leaders. I'm equally dedicated to diversity, equity, and inclusion for employees, as well as supporting faculty and staff who identify as female and females of color to move into leadership roles in higher education. Chancellor Catherine Frank, are you Catherine? There you are. At her investiture last week, mentioned the significance of being the first woman leader of UW Stout. And that women's leadership is vital to the future, and I agree with her 100%. Nationally, women have earned a majority of terminal degrees over the past 15 years, but they continue to comprise only a small percentage of leadership positions, and women of color even less. To that end, as you heard, I'm currently chair of the Women's Network Executive Council of the Washington, D.C.-based American Council on Education. The main mission of this national council is to prepare women for senior leadership and governing roles in higher education across our country. I will bring best practices and network partners from that role to UW River Falls, as well as collaborate with our sister schools across the UW system to advance our women leaders. I value the doors that education opened for me and the ones it will continue to open, not just for women, but for all students, employees, and alumni. As you are aware, there is a growing gender gap in educational attainment in our country. Fewer young men are seeking a 4-year degree. This is a very unfortunate trend. I will work with the university community to develop strategies to counter this troubling trend because we need everyone to be the best they can to overcome the challenges that face our world. As the Chancellor of UW River Falls, I'm thankful and thrilled to be part of a university and a system that is committed to and embodies the Wisconsin idea, working together to bring about positive transformations in our community, region, state, nation, and our world. To our hardworking, creative, and dedicated faculty and staff, who I have had the privilege to work with since I came to campus, thank you for all you do for UW River Falls. You weathered a global pandemic, providing the best education possible because you care about our students. You are why students choose to come to UW River Falls, and you are why our students are so successful. You help all Falcons soar. To our students, those who currently are on campus and those who have left campus recently, your perseverance through the pandemic these nearly 3 years now is truly awe-inspiring. I am never happier at work than when I'm around you. I know that you can overcome any obstacle placed in your path. You are a new generation of self-starters, team builders, undaunted by difficulties, rooted in your community that supports your dreams and helps you climb any ladder you choose to the top. To our alumni and friends who have given so generously of your time and treasure to UW River Falls, thank you for your love and support and the many ways you contribute to the success of our students. Falcons do fly together. I am so thankful for this exciting opportunity to work with our university community and external partners to build the future of UW River Falls. It is a challenge that I've gladly accepted, but I can't do it alone. It will take all the Falcon family and our friends working together to boldly go into the future, a future where the possibilities are truly limitless. I hope everyone will join me now in thanking the Inauguration Committee, co-chaired by Jenna Linseth and Beth Schomer, for their amazing work in putting these events together. And I encourage you to stay after the ceremony for a dessert reception, not on top of a tree with cheerful dogs, but just as much fun. In closing, in honor of Pam Powers, an employee and journalist who left this world much too soon, but left her mark on so many places, including UW River Falls, it's goodbye for now until we meet again. Thank you, -30. Thank you.
That was a lovely, lovely speech. Would you agree? I like that. Good work. Congratulations, Chancellor Gallo. The whole community, I just think, agrees that UW River Falls is so fortunate to have a chancellor like you who will lead this institution toward a vibrant and thriving future. This, looking at the clock on the wall back there, is going to conclude our installation ceremony. I'd like to thank everybody for attending. It's been great to see so many people. Faculty Marshal Eftekari will lead the platform party, followed by the delegates in the recessional. If you would please stay seated until these individuals have recessed. And as the Chancellor mentioned, you're all invited to come downstairs to Pete's Creek for refreshments and conversation and to congratulate Chancellor Gallo in person. Again, thank you so very much for being a part of this celebration. Have a great day.